Griff Hamlin here. Welcome and thanks for joining me in this video. Today we're going to talk about something in the style of Boom Boom by John Lee Hooker. I just kind of happened to hear this and was thinking, man, that's just such a great riff. It's a really cool call and response kind of thing. So let's just kind of break it down. You heard what it sounds like. It's basically a 12-bar blues in E with a call and a response. We've got 2 or 3 different calls. The response is pretty much always the same. It just changes depending on the chord. So let's start breaking it down. The first lick goes a little something like this. Okay, so this is one of my favorite licks of all time, and basically we're going to slide into the B on the 3rd string at the 4th fret, hit the D, and now we're going to slide from the D's at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, slide down to the A on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pull off to the G, E, D, E. So that's 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's our first call. And the response is the E, that 2nd fret of the 4th string, open G, A, G, 2nd fret to open. You could do it with a pull off or pick it, and back to the E. So the call, response. Then the second call. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to go from the E to the open G, and then instead of just hitting A, just go a little above it and kind of slide into it. If that's too hard, just grab the A. Then open G, E, D, so the 2nd fret, and open on the 4th string, and back to E. So our second call, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then another response. Same response in E. E, G, A, G, E. Now we're going to do the same call that we did at the beginning, but we're going to end it at A, at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And our response here, it's the same idea. It's the same melodic device as we did before, just up in A. A, which is the 2nd fret, 3rd string. C at the 1st fret of the 2nd string. D at the 3rd fret, back to C, A. Could be, or however you want to get there. We'll talk about some variations here in just a minute. I've got some cool ones that I hear. But so we have that. And now we're going to do the second call again. Okay, so we've already done that one. And back to the original response in E. The first call again. But the last note is going to be a B, 2nd fret of the 5th string. And again, the same response, but in B. B, open D, E pulls off to open D, so that's the 2nd fret and the open on the 4th string. Back to B. So the call again, the response, and the call here is different. We're starting on that B again. B, 2nd fret, 5th string, open D, 2nd fret, 4th string, G natural is the open 3rd string, E, 2nd fret, open G, back to E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then the same, the original response back in E. So that is pretty much the, I'm going to say, off-the-record version. It's probably not exactly like the record, and there's so many different recordings of them, it doesn't matter anyway. There's a bazillion different recordings of this song. But that's a pretty straight way to play it. Now, there's some pretty cool things that you could do, particularly in the response. Now, of course, with the call, if you get too crazy with it, it's not really going to sound like boom boom anymore. Yes, you could alter it. You could certainly change a couple of notes here or there. You could use licks that you might know that have a similar vibe or a similar rhythm to them. But where you really can have some fun is in the response. So, for example, instead of E, so instead of just playing E, G, A, what if we did it with power chords? Right? That's kind of a common sort of ZZ top. And if you rock it out a little more, you know, or maybe back it off, or just the low E, G, and A. And then the same thing with A. Play it an octave lower. You can play it with power chords, B, D, and E. And that's a kind of a cool vibe that I hear. I think Big Head Todd and the Monsters did kind of a cool recording of that, where it's a little bit more rock. But using that type of thing, if you were playing it in a band setting, a little more modern setting, you might be inclined to do something like that. So it's not a super hard lesson, but it is a lot of fun. And the licks are tried and true classic blues licks. And of course, the call and response element, which is a huge part of the blues, is highly evident in this example. So hope you have some fun with that. Hope it gives you something to work on today, and I'll see you again real soon.